Welcome to the Arkham Files, an actual play called Cthulhu RPG podcast, featuring Seth Morrison as Tallahassee Turner.
I think he's dying, but if he does, are you available?
Peter Morrison as Dom Druncard.
It was like I, had a fair amount of spirits.
Donovan Ballard as Dr. Simeon Kanstandyourbitz.
I'm not a psychologist tonight.
Sam Morrison as Major Frederick Aloysius Bakersfield.
Still really into guns and ammo and shits.
Abel Morrison as Officer Billy McConnell.
We can't do anything drastically illegal, like blowing up his business.
And I am your game master, the keeper of arcane lore, Alex Morrison. Now grab onto some dice and your sanity. Let's roll.
Back at the police station, as you guys come walking out into the dawning early morning light, you guys look around, maybe you start walking down the street a little ways. Somebody actually kind of pops out. Once you get past the edge, the corner of the police station, you guys hear a voice.
Hey fellas, over here. Hey, you remember me?
Yeah.
You guys look over, you see the face of Officer McConnell, sitting just around the
It's me, Officer McConnell.
Oh,
Sorry about holding a gun on you last night, but you were just making me really nervous.
You made me poo my pants.
And
literally.
I'm pretty new to the force and everything, but I think you guys might have been onto something with Corbitt last night. My partner, Rourke, he when we were interviewing Corbitt, he was just like buying everything he was saying, but the few questions that I asked, he seemed to get like really nervous, and he seemed just kind of fishy. And it just, I think there's a little bit more to this. I know he kind of checked out on everything. He had alibis with his stories, and we found the stick in the icebox there. That was kind of strange. But I just wanted to find out what you guys saw. And
We saw a hand fall out of his car.
It was definitely a hand. It was not a finger print.
Canvas wrapped package.
I rolled an 8 on spot hidden. And I clearly, as a psychologist, saw a hand. Okay? Is that enough proof for you?
You're a doctor, so you could recognize
Yes, Dr.
hands.
Kanstandyourbitz.
Even though you're not a doctor of hands.
Hey. I got a 20 in biology. Okay?
Anyway.
Well, why don't we head back to the neighborhood? Would you like to come with us? I have non-alcoholic water, and Major Bakersfield has a lot of really nice cups.
It's true,
Also, he already broke down the door in the back of Mr. Corbitt's house, so it's wide open.
So,
Alright, you guys,
yeah, so I'm off duty. I can, I'd like to come with you and maybe
drink some water.
Can you give us a ride?
a few nice cold waters.
Tallahassee promises he won't take a dump in your car.
Yeah, I'd be very grateful for that.
Well, he still needs to change his pants.
I don't have a car.
It's alright, it's all dry.
Oh.
I don't really have that much money.
All right, well, let's just start hoofing it, I guess.
you guys can call it cab also.
Oh, right. Cabby! I call it cab.
Okay. You guys hail a cab. Alright, so you guys make your way back to... Whose house are you going to?
Dr. Simeon Kanstandyourbitz.
It's a little while later. You guys are in Dr. Simi's house, just kind of congregating around, talking. You guys have caught Officer McConnell up to speed, gave him the rundown of everything that you guys have seen and what do you... you guys found the bone where you hit it, brought it inside. Yeah, you guys got it just set out on the table, and you're all kind of sitting around looking at it, talking about it.
This is what I found in the garden.
There's a knock at the door.
I'll be right back, boys. I'm gonna go answer the door.
You open up the door, and standing there is Detective Freddy Kovacs. And next to him is a very disheveled and haggard-looking Dom Druncard.
Hello, gents.
Is he friend? Is he the guy you guys been looking for? It's the one that Mr. Corbitt murdered Nate and buried in his backyard.
I don't think we said he ate him, okay?
Yeah.
Calm down,
Alright,
officer.
yeah. As a psychologist, I know that offends you.
You're dang right, I don't eat people.
Oh, look.
Do I hear Kovac's voice?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, well, I'm staying out of sight.
Yeah, stay back in the kitchen. Dom, what did you tell the police?
I missed you so much. I hug him.
Also, knowing your history,
This is a group hug on
what
Dom
did you
right
tell the
now.
police? You obviously told them kind of where you're at and enough that the detective was able to figure out who you were and that you were the guy that these guys were looking for.
Yeah.
Riding back this way.
So,
Gave you a ride, I guess, to be nice and maybe put the rest of this to bed.
Detective, this is what I remember. I'll admit we were kind of prowling around. You know, those guys told me some things. Saw a hand. We were prowling around his backyard. I was near his back door, and honestly, it was like I, had a fair amount of spirits. Wait, that sounds bad.
Okay, so let me guess. You guys all saw a hand from across the street, which turned out to be a branch, which admittedly, I suppose, if you're looking at it from across the street and you've been sucking down a bunch of waters.
We did drink some water.
Alright, so
Anyway.
you guys basically, you all got liquored up and decided to go running around your neighbor's house.
There was no alcohol involved. Believe me, I would know. Anyway. But I was near his back door, and I, honest to heaven, don't remember anything that happened after that. I woke up in the boot of a car, and a rat-faced man pulled a switchblade on me. I beat him with his own tire iron, and I ran for it.
Alright, look, Mr. Druncard, nothing you're telling me is not lining up with the I had too much to drink story. Alright, so I'm gonna take you back to your friends. Maybe if you remember something more, don't call me. Not even if you drown it, alright? So, drops you off. Here's your friend. I'm assuming this is all done with. Don't bug your neighbors. Alright? Unless maybe you want my badge and my gun. You can be the cops now. I'll go home. I'll bug my neighbors.
Yeah, right.
I think we all like that.
That'd be wonderful.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Can I get that gun right now? It's a nice piece.
You gotta shove it inside. You guys.
Cheerio.
Dom, what happened?
Forgot to tell you.
So, Dom,
Switch to the British.
we'll do the expressway. Dom gives you guys the run.
Yeah, the same thing I just said to him.
Exposition.
So he tells us what he saw in the attic.
The only thing I had.
He
doesn't remember that.
doesn't
part.
remember anything from the time he was standing at the back door of the house.
So you don't remember seeing the girl in the attic?
None of you know anything
What girl in the
about
attic?
that.
The only thing I
Or
add is
Mr. Corbitt's snake.
the only thing I add is that I tell them I got the license number.
Alright. Focus. Back on track.
All right, guys, let's go back into the house.
I thought we were in the house. The guy literally threw me into the house.
Yeah, you guys are back in the house. You're standing around a bone. That is. Now that it's in the
Mr.
light, you guys
Corbitt's
are looking at it. This is a weird looking bone.
I'm gonna roll a biology again.
Hey,
I'll let you.
I'm,
now
uh,
that it's
I'm
later,
Officer
it's like
McConnell.
you're not,
Hello, Dom Druncard.
Okay, here we
you
go.
can call me Billy, though.
I'm gonna roll a.
Around
roll
here.
a
Tell me where we
Billy,
can
I don't
take
need to-
this bone, like
I don't need to be
professionally, to
officer.
have it examined.
You guys are near the Miskatonic University.
Okay, let's go there.
That is also, I have forgot to mention this. You guys are in Arkham, Massachusetts, home of the world famous Miskatonic University, which you are very familiar with because that's where you or Dr. Simeon, because that's where you went to school.
Yes.
And you actually do still kind of work out of there, do some work out of there.
Let's go there.
All right, guys. I don't think any of us are gonna figure out what this exactly is. Why don't we head on over to the university and maybe
It's a
get
bone.
Let's go to my bone lab.
Is there
at the
anything
university.
weird, maybe occultish with the bone?
I don't see how. I guess no. You can roll a Cthulhu Mythos.
I have 5. I'm gonna roll it. Rolling my 5.
I'm rolling a 5 too.
You guys have
Let's do it together. On your mark and set, go.
12.
52.
Okay.
It's close.
It's close. It's weird looking. You know that much. Did you roll another biology check? I said you could roll another biology.
Yeah, you got an 84. Don't
Since
cheat.
you've had enough.
I'm not cheating.
You can
I
roll
saw
biology or you can roll medicine.
How do you have biology?
Hey, will you peep on these rolls over here?
Yeah, he had like an 85 last
Okay, I got
time
an
I watched.
84 on the
McConnell.
biology.
I thought that's what you said. Wait, just now. Roll for your
No,
biology.
37.
I don't
Roll
even
for
see it.
biology or medicine.
I'll do medicine because I already did
there it
biology.
is.
I got a 26.
Where
for
is
medicine.
Biology. Is
Why'd
that
you
one of
write
the
it way over there?
sciences?
If you don't have it, it won't be on there.
Oh.
So you roll biology.
Oh, okay. So it's one of your
Mine's not even
sciences.
You're outside at night, so you want to try medicine this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it would be in the alphabetical
42
order,
out of 25.
but if it's
He's
not there,
telling
you
the
don't have
truth.
it at all.
So you've had some training in medicine and biology, but not enough to really. I mean, enough to know that this is really strange looking.
Ooh, I got a 3. Can I use that instead?
Yeah, no, just keep
Roll a
rolling.
persuade, Donovan.
This is really convenient for me plot-wise for you to get this. So yeah,
Does he not have any books in his house? I got a library use.
medical books?
Yeah.
I do.
He's a psychologist.
So
As a psychologist, he'd have medical.
I don't know.
can we
As a
go check out
psychologist.
your library and I
Got
can
a lot of
read
bone
one of
books in my house.
Where are you guys, by the way? In your house.
We're in my house in the library section.
I am the library. Out of curiosity, though, what room in the house are you in?
Well, I got shoved to the house, which was my entryway, which is very large and beautiful.
Spacious and beautiful.
Alabaster, just as far as the eye can see.
Where's Mary Beth during all this?
Don't worry about my wife.
She's upstairs. It's very early in the morning.
Mary
okay.
Beth.
The actual name
is that? That's what
is
I
on
named
your
her.
character sheet.
I'm not saying that.
What?
That's not her name. It's not her name. I hate that name.
It is her name.
No, it's not. That's not even my last
Schaefer,
name.
because her name is
Her
Mary Beth Schaefer.
Okay,
Beth
if she is my wife. Her name is Mary Beth
Schaefer is her
Kanstandyourbitz.
name.
But
She's Mary Beth Kanstandyourbitz. Depends. They changed it when you came over from
formerly
Poland.
Kanstandyourbitz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their family name got
Okay,
changed.
let's go to the library. I got a good library, and I got 70 on that. So
Okay. Also,
What is
again,
link? Sorry, go ahead.
but what room in your house?
we are in the
foyer?
The foyer. The
sitting
foyer.
room?
No. We're in the sitting room off to the side of the foyer.
Downstairs.
Yeah, first floor out of 3.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Out of 3. All right. Cool.
What is language?
Don't worry about it.
Language skill. It's like
Foreign languages.
or your language. Your own language
language
skill
is
is like
education.
how well you read and how good you are with English, basically.
But why would you ever need to use that skill?
That's why it's a 1%.
It comes along at some points. It's the same as your education.
If you're real bad, you just look. It's
Basically, you use your education to put your language skill.
You're
Okay.
like, I can
Gotcha.
tell that these are
Okay.
words.
Okay, guys. Well, gents, let's go ahead and head off to my library.
Ooh, look at this. Human anatomy.
Oh my
Book.
gosh,
So
my
you
bone
have
book.
You have a study, like an office upstairs or whatever that has books in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bone book called the
That's fine.
Boneyard.
This is your house. You can. It makes sense of that.
Weird bones you
Boston
find in the
Bone Town.
backyard is what this book's called.
By Tallahassee Turner.
Oh,
Oh, look, you are a fan.
There's like one reference to a bone, and the rest is all about like topless
Okay.
niggas.
Okay. I need his help. I do need his help
To read the book.
because it's his book.
Okay.
I need his help. I'm gonna roll my 7D for library use, and then I'll roll again for his. What is your library use?
You guys are both
Why
digging through.
Why does his book have body
It's not
parts?
really my book.
No, it is what I say it is.
Okay.
bone
No,
book
you have
that I
you have
read.
some. You do have a book on like human anatomy.
Okay.
You can pull it
I
up.
still
Also, where is your office?
My library.
Yeah. Your office.
As you go and you go into the foyer
Okay.
to the sitting area where we are, and then there's another room off next to it.
Okay.
That's the
This
library.
one. Is that on the ground floor?
That's on the ground floor.
Okay.
Okay. Can I
Yeah.
roll? I can roll.
Yeah, you can roll. Roll the library use on that.
70. Yeah.
Do
Boom. 83. Okay.
All right, so you're kind of dumb. Let me try
Well, we
this.
can tell it's a
I told you I needed his help. So
I got
you can-
65 library use.
Hey, I want to look out the window towards the
Okay, so do I roll for him or does he roll?
the Corbitt house. I just want to see if anybody's spying on us.
Okay.
So wait, does he roll for his?
He can roll. He can be. Yeah, he rolls for his library use. If he's peeking over your shoulder and kind of flipping through the
All right, I
book
got
with
65, 75.
you. Okay, and
Yeah,
also-
this is all foreign to me too.
Stupid bone. We're
This
never
is
gonna
not
know.
necessary.
What it
Okay,
is.
so like as far as library use goes, it's not even necessary that you guys fail and you don't figure anything out, but it takes you a lot. It takes you a lot of time.
Oh.
If you guys were to roll really well, you can maybe figure it out really quick.
And as a psychologist, it takes me about
So
2
this is
minutes.
gonna. This might. I mean, you're going through. You're kind of going page by page, like comparing it to the other bones in the book. So this is taking you kind of a while because you guys don't exactly have a great system going on here. And
I'm hanging out over by the window with my
You're on
new pal Dom.
Okay, so
Keep an eye on
okay,
What's that?
the house.
that's a 35.
Oh,
You said you rolled like an 8.
It was an 80. I saw it. It was like an 83.
because I was looking down at him. That's what it was. I must have messed with my dice.
Yeah, whoops.
You know we recorded all this, right?
Oh, no, wait.
Fact
I'm looking
check.
at my dice again. I actually got a 61.
I seem to have gotten a 3.
Oh, 1 again. Oh my. Okay, you guys are looking out the window. Roll me a spot hidden. Are you guys being covert about it? Or are you just standing by the window and like, what's
No,
up?
yeah, I'm kind of like,
What's up, Miss
you know,
Corbitt?
pulling the blinds
Standing
down
there
and
holding
being
a
a bit.
stick going.
We're being covert.
Definitely
All right,
covert.
then-
I'm kind of short, so I'm down below him.
Okay. You guys are doing the Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Standing by the window going like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 80 spot hidden, so
Good, because mine sucks.
Okay. Well, also, okay, so
70.
keep that roll. So, okay, you got a 70, so you got a success. Also, check your skill.
82.
What is with
Oh,
these
right.
Okay, so you fail.
Miserable.
But both of you guys also roll me a stealth.
My stealth is 80, so.
Trying to be covert about it.
it is.
98. I fall out the window.
Dom's just standing in the middle of the window.
64, which is a fail for me.
Okay, as you two bumblers stumbling up to the window, Dom actually trips over Officer McConnell's feet and just face plants into the window and just very slowly.
That's why he sees nothing.
As you guys, everybody in the room just pauses and watches that entire display.
My guy might need a little
You get back
rest.
to your book.
Dom, you alright?
Can you clean my window now?
You guys both. Oh, you succeeded at your spot hidden.
But not my stealth.
Yeah. As you're looking out the window, you see one of the curtains upstairs. You actually see one of the curtains kind of
Flutter.
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 Hey,
Like maybe it just.
I think he's watching us, guys.
So.
He's watching the skies.
Major Bakerfield, are you doing anything?
He's drinking water. He's basking in the glory of getting
Drinking as much water.
looking at this bone with these guys.
Okay.
I know how much
It
I
looks
looking
like a
at
bone.
bones.
Do you not have any library use?
I've got 20%.
Do it.
So
Roll.
these guys are going to be at this for a while. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
See if this dumb
So make your
Bakersfield
library
can
roll.
actually do something.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, after
0, 0, 0.
That's 100, buddy.
100.
Sam accidentally
Burns the book.
It's smooth.
He lights it on fire.
Yeah, he accidentally like trips and breaks them on half.
So these are books.
So I'm after looking out the window, I just stroll by them looking through the book, and I look at it and I recognize what it is. I rolled a 46, which is a success for my library use.
For libraries. Alright. So all you guys are just Goonies style, like hanging over this book. Seeing how the rock and the lighthouse all line up.
I didn't roll. I'm still laying on the ground.
Yeah, you are in
He's
shame.
still stuck to the window.
He fell asleep.
He's cleaning my window.
With my face.
So again, it's still since you guys seem to be taking forever, Officer McConnell goes over and he kind of decides to help start kind of peeking through. Again, this is still going to take a little while, so I'm just wondering, is there anything you guys want to do? The two of you guys that aren't digging through the book,
I want to roll a library
while
use
these guys
again.
are digging through the book. I'm just saying, you guys are like doing research, so this takes. You're probably going to be out for like an hour or more.
Is he peeving on Mr. Corbitt again?
He's like
Laying on the ground.
currently.
Well, was he attempting to peeve on Mr.
Yeah, I
Corbitt?
was, and I fell.
All right,
on
I'll
my
go
face.
peeve on Mr. Corbitt. I peeved on him.
He peeved on him. We saw him
I saw
curtain flutter on
I'm
the
pretty
second
sure he
floor.
was spying on the house, guys. I saw the curtains fluttering up there on the second floor.
I want to ask. I mean, so Billy, it's Billy, right?
Yeah, Billy.
Do you know anything about being a police officer and all? Do you know anything about license plates?
Yeah, a little bit. You can kind of track cars by them. I mean,
Because
there's not a whole lot of details, but there's a little bit.
the rat-faced man.
You guys would probably have records.
And yeah, I think I could probably
Also, real
figure
quick,
that out.
just throw that out here. Like in this game, in this kind of section of the game, which is like where you're doing investigations, splitting up is not a bad idea. It's also like an option. So like if you guys are digging through, kind of searching through the book, and you guys want to go off and do something else and follow up on some other leads,
We want to follow up on the
so
license
I'm
plate.
just saying, like splitting
Billy
up.
and
It's
Dominic.
not like there's some role playing games where it's like you never split up the party because you all die. During an
Last time we
investigation,
split up, Pete almost died.
it's true. During action, maybe not the best idea, or dangerous things. But during kind of the investigation phase, you know, this kind of stuff, like splitting up, is usually a good way to cover more ground. But also, you never really know what's going to turn into a dangerous situation. So
I'm kind of enamored by Dom's accent. So I'm like, hey, you want to come back to the station with me? We can look up that plate.
What do you mean by enamored? Exactly.
okay, all right.
He likes you.
Hello?
Roll me a psychology check.
88.
80,
88.
88.
Yeah, my
88.
psychology is 10.
All right, that is his only motive.
Okay. All right, so we go back to the station. That's not going to be weird, is it? People aren't going to be like, why are you hanging out with this?
Cake eater.
So does that mean
just,
you decided to do that and not look through the book with these
I
guys?
thought no, after looking
Okay,
through
so
the book.
you're gonna stay looking through the book.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a couple hours pass. Just digging through, kind of doing some comparative anatomy in here.
Looking over everybody's shoulders.
And you guys, you do like once you go to one of the pages and you do find what looks like it's probably the match for the bone.
Hey, I think this is it.
This is it.
But
And I think the narrator's going to tell us.
I don't know.
I'm adding dialogue in the background.
Let's see. I don't know, guys. Let's find out.
Listen to that voice in the air that we're all listening to.
Yeah, it is getting actually like kind of really direct, intense, isn't it? Okay, so so you guys are flipping through the book, and you do find one that actually looks like this matches the book, as close as you've been able to find. And you actually passed it, and kind of looking maybe there's a better match, and then came back to it. It does look like.
Well, of all 1,267 pages, this one looks like the most
Yeah.
like the bone in my hand.
So yeah, so looking at it, it looks like sorry, it looks like it's probably a humerus. Like that's the closest you can get.
You mean a funny bone?
That was good.
I think you planned that.
I didn't. I set you up perfect. Yeah, it looks like a human arm bone. But like I was saying, like you noticed before, instead of just having the like 2 joints on it from where it might hook into like the elbow and the shoulder, there looks like there's almost like sockets for it to attach to several other bones, like all the way down it. Like there are other bones attached to it also. So that's the closest you can see as far as a human bone goes, but from looking at it closer, you don't know if this is a human bone. It looks like it was close to a human bone, but
This looks really close to a human bone, but
you don't know if it's
probably not.
a mutation.
Could be a mutation.
I don't know if it's mutation or
Hey,
not.
Tallahassee.
Yeah,
So, you've done a fair amount of travel.
this is true.
You ever see anything like this in any of your books?
Like seen it in my books or like with my eyes?
With your eyes. And then wrote it into your books, because I've never read any of them.
Exactly like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes when I was traveling in the darkest forests of Africa, I mean, plains of Africa.
Africa's a big place. There are also forests.
It's not just one giant savanna.
One giant Serengeti from.
Yeah, I do have a mysterious idol that I did collect from the darkest part of Africa. I did write about it in my book, The Mysterious Idol of Africa.
Here's the mysterious idol. From
What's the darkest part of Africa?
Okay, so again, you
Okay,
do not
let's.
know
Hey,
can we
what's
just-
happened to this bone.
Okay, so let's take the bone to the university to one of my labs.
Well, how about, since you're a psychologist, as a psychologist,
As a
maybe you just take the
psychologist.
bone over to Mr. Corbitt's face and say, "What is this?"
And persuade him to tell me what it is. I like
Exactly.
this. I'm going to go there and
Sounds like
And I'm
a
gonna sneak in the
legitimately
backyard while he's
terrible
talking.
idea.
It's a really bad idea. Let's
Okay.
go to the university.
thank you. That's what I said.
What we originally said.
Fine.
Fine.
Why are we wasting time trying to
Thank
figure
you,
out
Mr.
ourselves?
Bakersfield, for finally having some sense in this game.
Okay, so you guys are gonna.
Go to the university.
We're all gonna pile into Simeon's car.
Do you want to go
Yeah.
to the
You
station
guys
with
go to the
me?
police station.
Oh my god.
What do you think, Dom?
I'm going to go with Billy.
All right. Okay, so
We're going to go to the station and look up.
Also, these two, Billy and Dom. Neither of you guys have a car.
Who's got a car in this?
You can go ahead and borrow my horse if you'd like. Ride horseback together to the station.
You have a horse and a cul-de-sac?
I do in my backyard.
I'll drive. Everyone get in my car.
Okay, you guys are going different places.
We just said that.
Don't get in my car.
Simeon and Tallahassee, you come with me. Billy, Dom,
Who's got cars?
you guys can jog.
Horseback. Horseback ride.
Do you have a car, Simeon?
Do I have a car?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I got a car.
Maybe
Let's,
we can borrow your car.
So,
You three have cars.
I'm too poor.
So
I
we
wouldn't
live-
have
You
a
do
car.
not, and you said you don't have a car.
Okay.
he says
You
his
got
has
a
a
ride
car.
over with
Mr.
you guys.
Bakersfield,
You think going back over to Corbitt's house is a
Mr.
bad idea?
Tallahassee.
To ask him what the bone is?
I was gonna sneak in the back while
Why
he's
would he
distracted.
tell us the truth? We're
Why
really gonna
are
sneak?
you going into his backyard again?
Why
What are
don't
you
we
gonna
just
find?
go
The
to
rest
the
of
university
skeleton?
first?
Maybe? Yeah.
In the middle of the day,
He's got a greenhouse
while he's
and a
watching
tool
us.
shed. And I have a Colt 45 and a bullwhip. So I'll whip his face.
So we're
And shoot
gonna
him in the
assault
head.
him in daylight, run
That's
into
the
his
game.
house.
I'm still a cop. You can't do that.
I feel
was
like
just
we've
thinking
been
out loud.
ostracizing the wrong.
I'm just quoting
alright,
my
so we got a
books.
plan here. We got people want to go to the university, and other guys want to go to the police station.
Okay,
Who's
Mr.
going to
Baker,
the university?
Mr. Bakersfield
I'll
and
go to
I.
university.
Guys, you three have cars. One of you needs to come with us.
Okay, Simeon,
Tallahassee.
has the contacts at the university.
Tallahassee will go with them.
Oh man.
Hey, I changed my clothes.
All right, so Bakersfield and Dr.
I don't
Simi are
smell
going to
anymore.
university.
Sounds great.
Tallahassee, you're going with these guys to the police station?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna keep an eye on them too anyway.
Okay. All right, so you two start heading. You three start heading across the street to Tallahassee's house. You guys, Dr. Simi and Major Bakersfield, go and climb into Dr. Simi's car. Let's see. Dominic Druncard.
Me. Why don't you guys hop into my hay burner?
Billy McConnell and Tallahassee Turner. I want you three to roll me a spot hidden check.
My spot hidden is 75.
Minus 25.
Yeah,
86.
Man.
7.
38. Success. Hard success.
As you guys are walking across the street and kind of at, the angle that you are as you guys step out, you happen to glance back over, looking at Dr. Simi's house, and just as the angle gets right, you notice up on the back roof a camera on the edge of the roof.
Ooh, my camera's not broken. It didn't fall off with.
Let's go get that camera.
You should come in.
I would not recommend that the Major go retrieve the camera. He might die.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm gonna climb up and get the camera.
Don't forget the ladder.
Okay, yeah. Grabbing the ladder and taking it back there, you are able to climb up and retrieve the camera that has been just hanging, just kind of over, just almost over the edge of the roof.
I thought for sure it had fallen and broke.
So you bring it down, and as you bring it down, you look at it. It does look like the lens is broken, but the film compartment is still intact.
Don't open it. Just saying. Sorry, you'll expose the film.
Do you have a?
Bring it to my house in my.
You have a dark room.
Dark room.
All right. Yeah. We'll go to the dark room.
This is your kind of thing. Yeah, you definitely have a dark room.
Or are you gonna stay and do that and let them borrow your car?
Yeah,
or?
borrow my car, and I'm gonna go develop the film.
All right, let's take those two-way radios that from the future.
They're really handy, these plastic cups and the string.
Okay, Tallahassee Turner. You're in your dark room. It's lit only by a single red bulb that keeps your delicate film from being destroyed by the light. You get the plate in there, into the developing solution, and hoping and wishing that something's going to turn out from this. Maybe you've got something. Hopefully the film hasn't been damaged, hasn't been too exposed.
I hope that stupid Bakersfield didn't break this and ruin my film.
Just got a picture of him falling off the roof.
And as you're standing over it looking, it doesn't take too much time. A picture starts to fade in.
Here it comes. I can see it.
What? So you get it?
Whoa, that. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. Guys are gonna love this when they get back.
Okay.
Are we at the police station now?
We are.
Now, we gotta go talk to the plate runner guy. And if we see Kovac, we need to, we need to maybe just turn around and face the wall and just kind of stay out of the sight as best you can. Anyway, follow me.
Alright, so you guys had your way back to records. Records. Yeah, go through lots of files, file cabinets. I guess, roll me a library use as you guys are going to kind of dig through this stuff.
20%. Do you have anything there?
60.
Oh, good for you. I rolled 21.
29. Nope, 26. 29. There we go.
Succeed?
Yep.
He succeeds.
Okay.
Pretty hard. Yeah.
Hard success.
Hard success.
Okay, yeah. So you guys, you're digging through the files. This takes a while, like, because there's a lot of files, and I guess they're organized fairly well, so it's not too bad. And you guys, you know what you're doing. You've done this before. You're a rookie, but this is pretty routine. You go back, you dig it through, you find the section that should match up with the numbers, and digging through it for a little while. You do get a hit on the license plate. And the name is
Randolph Tomaszewski. Is that how you say that?
Zuski.
Tomaszewski.
Do you think maybe he's got a record?
Randolph Tomato.
You think Mr. Ratface maybe has a record we could look up? Last known address?
Possibly. We can look around a little more and see if he might, if he maybe has a criminal record, we could look. Yeah. Let's do a little more research.
okay. Digging through the records, you do find this story.
Suspect question in animal slangs.
Police today announced that a suspect has been arrested in connection with a recent rash of pet kidnappings in the southwest part of the town. Although released later for lack of evidence, Randolph Tomaszewski was considered the prime suspect in recent disappearances of nearly a dozen dogs and cats from the homes and yards of the neighborhood surrounding Central Hospital. Tomaszewski is employed at the hospital as an orderly. It will be remembered that many of the missing pets have been discovered later in parks, usually mutilated or partially eaten. Public outcry over the atrocities has been strong, and police hope that they have uncovered a lead that will eventually allow them to close this case. April 15th, 1925.
And digging through, you found the record of the arrest, and somebody had actually
So he was arrested.
placed this inside the file. The paper actually got it wrong. He wasn't actually arrested. It was just, the file says he was just brought in for questioning.
Yeah.
The other paper reported that he got arrested. They didn't have enough evidence to really keep him. He'd just been reported as a suspicious character, and he worked in the area. So they brought him in for questioning, but they did not have enough evidence to really arrest him or charge him. That's what
It just says he was this prime suspect. Doesn't actually say he was arrested.
right. So, and somebody had put that news clipping in the file with the with the police report.
Perhaps if we go to...
Do we know where this Central Hospital is
Central
located?
Hospital.
Yeah, it's a central hospital. It's kind of the main base hospital.
It's central in Arkham.
Should we go there now, or should we touch base with our friends?
I think maybe we should check with the others. Yeah, before we head over and confront Mr. Tomaszewski.
All right, we're gonna head back to Tallahassee's house.
Okay. All right. So, Dr. Simeon, Kanstandyourbitz, and Major Bakersfield, you guys pull up at Miskatonic University.
So what I think we should do is go talk to my colleague. He teaches biology and anatomy.
What's your colleague's name?
Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico.
That's not his name. Alright, fine. You head back to the lab. You find Dr. Puerto Rico. He's busy at work, doing some experiments that he's always up to. Classic Puerto Rico. You walk in, he glances up and sees you, Dr. Simeon. Oh, hello, Dr. Simeon.
I gotta show you this, and I need you to keep it quiet, okay? Can you keep it quiet for us? Just as a colleague to colleague.
Of course.
And I'm gonna ask you not to ask any questions about it until the end.
Dr. Simeon, you have my curiosity piqued.
We got this bone, right?
Yeah, you do.
Bakersfield. You awake?
Yeah.
Could you get the bone, please?
Oh, yeah, here, I got it in my sack
Give it
somewhere.
to Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico.
There you go. Here it is.
Major Bakersfield withdraws the bone from his sack with a flourish and displays it to Dr. Puerto Rico.
Dr. what?
Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico. He looks at it and says, "Oh my, this is. Well, what is this? Where did you find this?"
No questions, Dr. Puerto Rico.
Well, I mean, you should tell me something so I can understand it.
We're unsure of the origins of this bone. We're kind of hoping that you could maybe tell us where it came from.
Fell out of the sky?
We looked in the anatomy book in my extensive library, and we thought it was a human arm bone. Are we close?
Didn't we think it was a...
What? It appears to be at first glance, but from looking at it closer, there are many things about this that do not make sense. I will look. I am intrigued. I will take a look. I will.
How long, rough estimate, how long do you think it'll take for you to kind of identify it and get us some more information about
A
it?
man of your skills, it should take moments.
This is very mysterious. I will take a look at it. I'll give you a call.
I hate this bone. I hate it so much.
I hate this bone. I hate it.
From first look, I would say this is a human bone, but there are strange grafts.
What kind of a...
Maybe? Was this from somebody with severe birth defects?
What kind of human bone would you say it resembles closely?
It looks like a humerus, like an arm bone, the bone that goes from your shoulder.
So you're saying that this bone...
If I am right, I just looked this up on the internet.
in the 20s. So this bone has been tampered with, or does it look like it's been tampered with and shaped this way?
Perhaps, but I don't know any procedures that could do this. It's as if someone was able to shape the bone itself and grow it this way. Or
They were finger plants.
They were something they did.
No, it came from the
procedures I am not familiar with are things that are far beyond my capacity. This is no ordinary arm bone.
All right. But you know it's an arm bone.
How confident are you that it came from a human?
I would say 100% if you discount all of these strange grafts, these graft-like.
Can you describe the grafts to us?
Look, if I do not like making guesses as a man of science, but it looks as if other bones have been attached to it that were not supposed to be there. Almost like joints were manufactured to attach other bones onto it, as if this arm bone was attached to other arms.
Okay. I say we go meet back up with the other guys. Let's rendezvous back to your house and see what the other guys have turned up. And Dr. Shrimp. Sorry, Dr. Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Please be sure to call us as soon as you uncover anything else.
All right, you guys exit stage right.
Okay, we're back to Tallahassee's house.
So you guys all, you guys were closer than these guys were. The university was a fair ways away, farther away than the police station. So, are you going to show these guys when they get there, or are you going to wait for everybody to
Heck yes.
Wait for everybody?
No, we're showing them right now. Hey guys, get in here!
You want to theatrically wait for a big reveal?
No.
Knowing that you are a bit of a showman.
It's true. But I'm freaked out of my mind. And my sanity went down a couple bits because last time I looked at the bone. So
okay, so you guys come back into Tallahassee's, or knock on Tallahassee's door, it's open, and you let you guys are in Tallahassee's house.
Billy and Dom, get in here. Check this out. It was crazy. I'll tell you, I mean, that major, he lucked out as he was falling, I believe. This picture was taken. Dom, you sure you don't remember anything when you were walking through that house last night?
Very positive. I don't know that I even went into the house.
Like if you look really close, you guys seeing what I'm seeing?
Is that a ghost?
Dom, as you look up and see what you see in the window, all the memories from last night come flooding back into your head. Dominic actually grabs his head, and you get a massive headache for a second, and you actually stumble down to one room as all the memories come flooding back in from the night before. You remember going in the house, you remember sneaking up the stairs, you remember the noise from the attic, you remember pulling open that attic door, turning on that light and looking up into the attic to see that face, this same face staring down at you from the attic in the opening.
I remember seeing this face last night in the attic. I snuck up into Bernard's house. I opened the attic. I saw that face. And then all went black.
You remember hearing the chanting. You remember turning around to see Bernard Corbitt standing there.
This looks like a choice bit of
As Dominic is saying this, Dr. Simeon and Major Bakersfield, you both arrive.
Now that I remember Bernard chanting at me, can I roll occult to kind of see if I can know the origin of such a chant?
First, yeah, you can roll occult. But actually, first, there are more memories come back to you. You remember hearing Bernard Corbitt chanting behind you. Did you guys get that picture?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Major Bakersfield, this is the photo that you got.
Did I take this as I fell?
As you were...
Because this is a weird angle.
No.
You took it as you picked it up, you were looking at it, and as you were taking the picture, you started to lose your footing.
Okay.
You managed to set the camera off to take the photo just before you stumbled off the roof. Looking at the photo, you see a blurry image of the side of Mr. Corbitt's house. It's at a skewed angle as you were dropping the camera at the time it was taken. The windows are dark, the sky is dark. It is blurred to the side as the camera was tumbling towards the edge of the roof. But up in the upper window that leads up to what must be the attic, you see the blurred visage of what looks like a woman's face. Maybe she's screaming, her mouth is hanging open. She's hot. She's staring, but you can make it out that there's absolutely somebody upstairs in that attic.
So, Dom, you were saying you saw this woman when you opened the attic?
So what I did is when I crept into the back, into the kitchen through the backyard, I heard Bernard on the phone with the police. I snuck past him up the stairs, and I remember as I went in, I heard a noise from the attic. So I pulled open the attic door, and there was the face staring right back at me. And I heard a noise behind me. I turned, and there was Bernard making some sort of chant in my direction, and I felt my whole body go cold.
And you remember the memories start flooding back, but after your body goes cold, it seizes up, and you're standing there stiff. And at this point, things get very blurry. It's almost like you're looking through your eyes, but from down a dark hallway, and you're looking through a window at the end of the hallway. And this is the only way that you're able to view what's happening. You can't move, you can't speak. But as this happens, you can make out the vague form of Mr. Corbitt coming towards you, and he looks in your eyes for a moment. And then he whispers a command to you, and you turn around and you finish pulling the stairs down from the attic. And then He whispers another command to you, and you walk up the stairs and enter into the attic. As he closes the stairs behind you. Again, everything's blurry at this point. It's fading in and out, the images. You remember vaguely sitting and huddling in a corner of the attic for hours while you heard people walking and running around in the house below you. You heard the back door smash open as your friends, Major Bakersfield and Dr. Simeon, burst into the back of the house trying to find you, to rescue you, to figure out what happened.
You're welcome.
You remember hearing the police wandering through the house, searching the bedrooms. Nobody ever opened the attic, though. Nobody ever pulled down that fold-down staircase and looked up in there like you did. And also, you vaguely recall, just around the edges of your vision, something moving up in the attic with you. It was dark. Can't make it out exactly, but there was something in there.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Arkham Files. If you like what you hear, show us your support by checking us out on patreon.com/the Arkham Files and leaving us a 5-star review on iTunes. Thanks again. No psychologists were injured in the recording of this episode.